This is the tutorial for chapter number 10 in your Beginning AutoCAD workbook. Okay, in chapter number 10, we're going to learn how to move the origin and how to control the display of the UCS icon for the origin. Okay, so the origin is where our axes intersect. So since we're doing 2D, it's only our X and our Y axis that we're looking at. The default location is 0, 0, which is the world coordinate system. So if I was to look right now, my XY origin is at the 0, 0 location. But sometimes you might want to move it to make your drawing easier. So let's figure out how to move it and then why, an example of why we might move it. So you can select the origin using your left mouse button or your right mouse button, and it'll give you different options. So if we selected it with our right, we get a whole list of options so that we can align it with other things we have in our drawing. So we're just going to use the basic simple one called origin. So now I can place the origin any place I want, and that becomes my new 0, 0 location. To undo that, I can either click on it and undo, or you can select it. Oh, since it was the last one that I did, it's not letting me do that. But if you did have it moved someplace and you wanted to move it later, you can select it and say world, and it'll put it back where it belongs. So that was right clicking on it. If you left click on it, you're only going to get a couple of options. So move and align, move origin only, or world, which is return. So again, move origin only, we can just pick it up and put it wherever we want. If we had the align or something, then we could change which way X goes, Y goes, but we're just going to stick with simple origin. So now if I wanted to put it back where it was, I could type in USC for user coordinate system, and then W, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, UCS. I have that backwards in all of these. User coordinate system, and then W for world. Yeah, so I'm sorry, these are backwards in both of them. UCS coordinate system. Yeah, so to return it, the command is just UCS, enter, and then W. Okay, you can also modify it a little bit. So you can right click on it, go UCS icon settings. If I turn this off, show UCS icon at origin, you're not going to see the little symbol for it anymore. Your 0, 0 will still be there, but you're going to lose your marker for it. So in general, you probably don't want to do that. The other one, properties, you can just adjust what it looks like. So I could make it smaller, I can change the color of it. Just a couple of user preferences. I'm going to put it back to normal. Okay, so let's look at maybe why we would want to move our origin symbol, or the actual origin itself. So say I had a rectangle or something drawn, and I wanted a circle with a center point of 5 on the X and 3 on the Y away from this corner. So I could just pick up my origin, put it on the corner, and now that's my 0, 0 point. So I could say circle, and it says tell me the center point of your circle. So same as usual, 5 comma 3. And now I have my circle where I want it without having to draw lines or enter other things and move it over. So that's just one example of how you could use it. Your book is going to go through a couple of different little exercises with you just to show you examples of moving it multiple times in one drawing if you have to make a couple of features on it. And then you're going to do that, use that for exercise 10B. Okay, so that's the end of the tutorial. That's the end of the tutorial for chapter number 10.